These days, getting into outer space is all about high-powered booster rockets. But back when Dwight Eisenhower was president, a man went right to the edge of space in a balloon. Yes, a balloon.
A true American hero, Colonel Joe Kittinger.
A hero is a man who does what he can do.
Rising in that balloon to that 100,000 feet level, Joe chose the vertical axis, venturing towards the stars where man had never, ever been. To altitudes where the risks to man were simply unknown, and where some predicted there could be no survival. Now that's commitment, and that's guts, and that's noble purpose. A committed young fighter pilot rolled back one of the last frontiers of Earth all by himself.
The space program was unknown. Nobody really knew what space was like.
Joe Kittinger is a role model of integrity and dedication who has raised the standards of leadership.
He was, I guess, the guinea pig, you might say, for a number of the different facets of the program. The risks that would be taken were analyzed. Tests were made to show what could or could not be done.
A trained fighter and test pilot, Joe then volunteered to fly combat missions in Vietnam.
For Joe, service to nation was much more important than breaking records. Joe went to war to help America's protect its dream and way of life. After 483 combat missions and over 1,000 hours of combat time, Joe was, as they say, down. Shot down by the North Vietnamese gunners who were deadly shot.
Joe Kittinger was a POW. He was a model prisoner.
There is no one that really knows what a POW is going through or how he's going to react to it. Any man that has spent even one day as a POW has my admiration.
If you want to catch Joe Kittinger, the best place to look is where he lives, in the sky. He hopes to be the first man ever to solo a helium balloon across the Atlantic.
It's an adventure and it should be done, and I'm the man to do it.
He is probably a direct descendant of those American adventurers who have been around since the early days of our country.
To the cheers of the crowd, Kittinger's balloon of peace slipped quietly into a black New England sky.
We heard just a short while ago, by the way, that Kittinger has actually crossed the coastline of France.
Kittinger was forced to land the Rosie O'Grady's balloon of peace in the treacherous Italian Alps.
We're an adventurous nation, and I'm just carrying on the tradition that we've all had.
Joe is the epitome of bravery, of adventure, of commitment, one of the world's greatest living heroes today.